Hey, so this is awkward, isn't it? Yeah, I've been gone for a little while. I'm back. Back and better than ever. Hopefully, you will forgive me for my absence, because I am back with some new propositions for y'all. This is gonna be something different. I'm back. Hopefully you noticed I am no longer Sean Response. This is new. I am back. I'm calling this New Game Plus for now, and hopefully you'll see why in the future. But this is Shovel Knight, and I am here to talk impressions. I've played the game for a few hours now, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you don't know, Shovel Knight was one of the 2013 Kickstarter darlings that managed to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to become indie hits of 2014, probably. I can't say enough. Oh, look at that. This game is phenomenal. I haven't finished it yet, and I'll have some full thoughts in a more review-heavy format in a little bit. But until then, I have this for y'all, and wow. I've played a lot of games in the NES pixel art style, a lot of games that purport to be retro or otherwise retro-inspired, but I have never seen something that comes so close to actually riffing on the NES itself that people have actually tried to port it to the NES already and have asked if the game's compatible with the NES. That's something special. The amount of care the developers took to ensure that this was wow, just wow. Hopefully you noticed by now, you can cross over into the top of the map. The bars on the top, you can reach those, just like in Mario. They make use of that to show you some of the first secrets. And speaking of showing you first secrets, is the Yacht Club has managed to fill Shovel Knight with some of the most exquisite learning mechanics I've seen since the likes of Mega Man. I probably shouldn't be using a name that big in a sentence about a brand new developer, but they figured it out. They understand how classic action platforming learning mechanics work, and see, you can go left to get secrets. Look at that. They understand completely how it works, and I might even do a third video after the review just about how beautiful this game's design is. Look at that. See, you knew, now you figure out about those little crater things, little meteor things based on how you move over there. Oh, and the dragon's here to teach you can jump in midair to get to higher places. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do a whole video just on the design because it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But what is there to say about Shovel Knight? The controls are extremely tight. There's been a lot of Kickstarter games I've played that have just felt kind of crappy because these are new developers who don't really get game feel. This game it feels amazing. Every single move feels solid. The controls are highly responsive. The PDF manual that was included with the Kickstarter tier that I purchased in at included a manual with controller ups and downs for about a dozen different control schemes. These guys have been patching in control updates for controllers as varied as the DualShock to the Xbox 360 pad, NES pads, Logitech, PC, everything. They're trying to make this game as accessible as possible. Also out on 3DS and Wii U if you're interested in that sort of thing. I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure it runs just as smoothly and just as wonderfully as it does over here. And wow, just every little bit. Here they're teaching you about how cycling works. You know, you have to wait for platform cycles. More secrets over there if I can make a jump. But just look at it. Just look at these waterfalls in the background. There's actually a post up on Gamma Sutra, which I'll link to in the description, talking about all the different things they had that differentiate this from NES, making it sort of so that Shovel Knight actually could not be played in the NES for a couple reasons, and one of them is the parallax you see going on in the background. Another are color palettes, which make the game so vibrant and lovely, and the amount of character detail in the sprites, among a bunch of other things. That was really cool to see. These guys have left no stone unturned. In the words of Pixar, they sand the inside of the drawers. They could get away with not doing that, but they do it. And they're showing you everything is so brilliantly done. And beyond that, beyond like the structure of the game design, I can talk about the game design, but it's a joy to play. It's an absolute joy to play this game. Every little inch of it feels wonderful, plays wonderfully, and everything is just it's gorgeous and beautiful. Just hopefully you've been listening to this music so far. The music is unbelievable. It's been stuck in my head, like day to day, and the visuals are of course stunning, gorgeous. This isn't like this isn't sloppy. You see pixel art sometimes, like people get sloppy, people get lazy with pixel art. This is not that. This is gorgeous pixel art designed for a purpose and with a specific tone in mind. And that's what they brought. Oh no. Recovery mechanic reminiscent of Dark Souls, actually? It's bizarre. This game is somewhere between Mega Man, Mario, Castlevania, Cave Story, with a dash of Dark Souls thrown in. It's not that hard. The difficulty is not that bad. It's a really smooth curve. The bosses are tough and challenging, but they're standard platformers. You know, it feels like Mega Man, which is wonderful. But with the DuckTales mechanic and with this beautiful, beautiful soundtrack and this great fantasy theme with a great sense of humor. Oh, wonderful. As you can see, I'm doing real well. That's just me being lazy as I'm trying to talk to you guys. But you know what? It buys me a little more time to speak about this game, and I'm telling you, I've been negative about Kickstarter lately. Lately, I've been thinking that it's more of a pre-order system. It's something that I should avoid at most costs. But there are exceptions to the rule, as with all rules. There are always exceptions, and Shovel Knight is an exception. This is a game that I could easily recommend to just about anybody, regardless of whether or not you grew up on the NES or have just liked recent retro throwbacks. I can easily recommend this game to you. It's fantastic. From beginning to ends, there's just enough of a story to make you care about what you're doing. But it's done in such a tongue-in-cheek manner. It's funny. It's enjoyable. Everything about it is, like I said, they've left no stone unturned. They've really gone out. They really went all out. Every little bit just feels so finished. And that's the problem with a lot of Kickstarter titles. They don't feel like they're finished. They don't feel like they're ready to ship. And this game, you know, the developers have been patching the entire week. I've seen 3 patches go up, maybe 4 in the past week alone after launch. And that's incredible. That's incredible dedication for a brand new team. Boss fights work exactly like you want them to. They're beautiful. As for the character and back Shovel Knights, there's nothing here for you anymore. And they work exactly like you want them to. They feel great. The backgrounds are super detailed. As you saw earlier, most of the boss fights actually take place on black backgrounds for that real Mega Man feel. But all of the plot is perfectly NES. It just feels great. Boss themes are incredible. This guy is the rival, so again, pitching it just like Zero in several Mega Man games. The other bosses are much more challenging, needless to say, even though I'm getting hit right now. But this guy is not exactly a hard fight if I stop talking for 5 seconds. Alright, off to a great start. But yeah, the boss mechanics feel great. Easy enough to memorize on a second or third death, but also probably easy enough that you can probably get them on your first try. As you can see, I left 1 trinket just to give you guys a little bit of a teaser, but there are trinkets in this game, items, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot of fun to be had. Anyway, if you like anything, if you like games, pick up Shovel Knight. It's worth it. Give it a shot. I really can't say enough good stuff about it, and I'll come back with a full, more well-thought-out review in a little bit. But until then, enjoy this sneak peek at this wonderful, wonderful backdrop and this gorgeous music, and I'll catch you guys next time.